Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Erwan, co-founder and CEO of E-Nano. We are combining robotics, sensor integration, and AI to enhance sport surfaces. Today, I'll talk about how we can level up playing fields by automating the collection of data. I think that's something really important for the industry, to use reliable data that you guys can trust, which is backed by science and can be used on your day-to-day operation to take better decisions and data-driven decisions. But before I start, I just want to say thank you to Stoger, and in particular Florian, for organizing this great event. So, who are we? E-Nano. We are a UK-based company. We are based in London. We started in late 2020. The founding team is mostly made of engineers. So we develop the tech, and then we partner with people in the turf industry to make sure the science is okay and valid for the sport surface industry. So we believe you are the experts. We simply give you evidence and insights to act with confidence. To date, we are operating in the UK, in some countries in Europe and North America, and we are quickly expanding in other regions of the world, including the Middle East. So why are we all here today? I think we all agree that turf management is hard. Expectations are rising. In general, everyone nowadays wants the perfect surface. The players are demanding. There are more and more games every season. So the stress on each of the playing fields is increasing, while the resources are maybe not following up at the same pace. So there is pressure as well on you guys to reduce the use of water, chemicals, with new regulations coming in, or energy. Budget pressure as well, and obviously complaints, or at least feedback from coaches and the players when they feel like something is maybe different. So I think the traditional approach of relying on manual checks and visual inspection make it hard for everyone to evidence that the pitches are up to standards, and having those tools, modern tools, to make smarter and data-driven decisions is key to communicate with all the stakeholders in the industry. So at E-Nano, we have developed mostly 3 solutions to date. Our main solution is our platform, where we gather the data that is being collected with the hardware that we developed. Everything is in one single location, but also accessible to every other platform through our open API. The other 2 solutions that we have developed are the Lightbox technology, which I have with me today here, a simple portable device to collect high-quality pictures from the ground, from the grass, and measure some insights. I will go into that in more details in a bit. And the second solution that we have developed is a fully autonomous robotic solution with a lot more sensors integrated that covers a wide range of parameters, from moisture and compaction of the soil or hardness to whatever is included in the Lightbox, and more. The idea with those tools is that you get the consistency and reliability that you need to be able to compare the evolution of your pitches over time, and compare in between pitches as well, whoever is taking the measurements. That's the key. We remove human error, so you can trust the device, and anyone using it should get the same result. The Lightbox, it's a device, as I said before, which is easy to carry and deploy. It's portable, foldable. You can take it with you in a plane, in a trip. You can use it on a daily basis. It's field ready. We've put a lot of effort to make sure that the design evolve and become stronger and more durable. It gives you repeatable measurements with consistency, and you get a whole suite of turf metrics, including grass cover, NDVI, a stress index, and a quality score. Obviously, the objective is that it's affordable for the industry, so we are trying to deliver on that as well, while making available advanced agronomy through our AI algorithms. About the AI, that's basically what you get with the Lightbox as well. It's what we like to call an agronomic copilot. It's an assistant. You remain the expert, but at least you get recommendations that you can rely on. You get validation from an external tool, and it gives you more confidence to share data with all your stakeholders. The measurements are almost instant. You can leave the box on a spot. It takes just a few seconds to take the pictures that you need. It will, from there, locate the measurements. There is a GPS integrated in the device that will tell you which location you are at. And through our platform and the AI, you will be able to flag some stress and get some early identification of potential diseases or other type of defects, weeds as well. Basically, the way it works is that it's combining different streams of data, not just the data being collected through the device. We also consider the weather for this location over the past few days, the type of surface you are in. If you are a football club or a golf course, the result will differ a bit. And the device by itself can be used by any seniority of staff, and that will give you a clear explanation. That's what we believe is also a tool to kind of train or upskill some of your staff if needed. I just wanted to share with you a small example. You can use the QR code if you want and start chatting with the AI. This was just a simple measurement that we took from a park in London, so nothing fancy, but as you can see there, the point was collected at the end of July. It's a park, not the best standards, but you can see what type of insights the AI will provide you with. It will evaluate what's the grass species that is detected on the picture, tell you about the grass height, any presence of weeds, disease, overall turf condition, and also some recommendations on what to do next. You don't have to take those recommendations for granted. You can chat with the AI, you can debate, you can provide some more context and insights to refine the recommendations, but that's usually a good start. Why we believe this type of device is useful? As I said before, the idea is to get a reliable tool that you can trust with repeatable data. So the way we do that is by relying on artificial light that we generate from the device. That way there is no influence from the sun, no changes depending on how far you are from the surface to take your measurements or these type of things. I will tell you a bit more about the science in the next few slides, but that's basically the key. Obviously, the data can be shared as well. You can share it with colleagues, with any external consultants as well. If you are already using a digital platform to collect your data, you can integrate the feed of this device to your existing platform through the API, so that you don't need to use plenty of platforms. We are not here to bring you one more platform that will make you like struggle and jump from one to the other. The reason why we think it's beneficial to use this device on top of the day-to-day, let's say, work and validation just to track your work, it's also a tool that you can use for early intervention. It will help you spot stress and defects, usually depending on how much you are trained. It could be before it becomes visible to you. That way you can allocate or optimize the allocation of resources. You can work on specific areas on the field, and you can optimize your work. You can also maintain a better overall quality and playability week after week. And you can use those consistent measurements to share with the players and the coaches so that they can rely on like data and evidence. That's also a peace of mind for you. You don't need to just, let's say, rely on those visual assessments that can be debatable or like some people might argue with those depending on the day and who did it. So I think that's quite useful in that sense. In terms of the science behind and how we validated the technology, this is something we have used internally for, I think, almost 3 years now. We use it to validate quite a bit on our general technology at E-Nano. We've been working and collaborating with recognized organizations in the industry, such as STRI. We use quite a lot of their turf research facility. We also work closely with some other global organizations, like crop protection companies and others on their research facilities as well. So this is something that has gone through like different iterations before becoming public. The technology is the same in all our devices, only the form factor will change. Since we are developing and manufacturing the devices ourselves, we have flexibility in the future to adapt, to change the design if the feedback from the users is asking for something different. Yeah, we've been through quite a bit, especially with the NDVI as well. We've been comparing the results from this device with others in the industry that we know you might be used to. And I can reassure you that those results are comparable and provides repeatable results. So four types of metrics that you get immediately from the box: grass coverage, stress index, NDVI, and a quality score. As you might have seen from the presentation already, like there are different ways to score the quality of the turf depending on what scale you use. In this slide, I'm talking about the scale from 1 to 10. That's something we've developed with STRI because that's the standard they use. I know some people use the NTEP scale that goes from 1 to 9. We have the models as well for those, like we can adapt. But in terms of the first metric, grass coverage, I think you are all quite used to it. It's a way to look at the cover or like the density of turf, uniformity and playability. Stress index, that's something we have developed to detect some specific stress before they might become visible to you. NDVI is quite standard in the industry. It's something that has been used for a long time in the agriculture industry in particular, that is becoming more and more common in the sports surface industry. There is a specific equation, and I will tell you more in a bit. But those are examples of like the type of pictures you can get. Obviously, the RGB picture is direct from the box. Then we take other pictures with near infrared and red light. by combining those, we generate pixel per pixel an NDVI picture. This is something we generate. This is not just what you immediately see. That will give you an indication on where there is more stress on the picture, and overall, what's the average for the picture. Also available a green cover that will eliminate everything which is non-grass or non-healthy grass. And similarly, we'll get everything which is grass, but stressed grass, and not and the one you need to focus on, basically. The grass cover, we based our technology on some academic papers. I think the main one is from 2003. This is a key one that we've used. Basically, the way it works is we take the picture, the RGB picture, and we transform that to classify the type of grains that we can see on the picture. It's called HSB conversion. That way, we can use those pictures to look at the uniformity on and the darkness of the grain on the picture. This is a good measure to detect potential wear or stress. Usually, if you see a drop in those values, the way to address that will be by either overseeding or adding more nutrients, or also making sure that the teams maybe if possible, use a different pitch for a day or two. Those are two examples of pictures that are from two different fields. Just to give you an idea, I guess that's quite straightforward. In that case, you can see more or less coverage, and in particular healthy coverage. Similarly, for the stress index, we, as I said before, will go and look at more yellowish pixels. So we'll catch those as well. Again, that's mostly based on the same paper and a few more out there. This is something that will be useful to you if you see the stress index increasing. That will usually be a sign that in the next few days your grass will struggle a bit. So you can act immediately. Usually that will be either early warning for drought or nutrient deficiency, or even a disease onset. But that helps you reduce guesswork, especially when combined with the AI that I told you before, and I will come back to in a bit. NDVI, it's something quite standard. We use a simple equation used in the scientific community. This is a comparison of near-infrared and red at two specific wavelengths. This will usually give you a value range that can go from -1 to 1. Anything below 0, in general, is a dead organism. So that's not something you will encounter in the sports surface industry, but the idea is to get as close as possible to 1. Same picture as we used before, just for the example. You can see, even though the grass cover, there is a difference, but not that big. The NDVI, though, is really different, and that will tell you about how healthy the grass is and how fast it might decay in the next few days. By having a NDVI below 0.5, you need to act as soon as possible, otherwise it will continue to drop quite fast. The way this NDVI value works is, as I said before, by comparing near-infrareds and red. Near-infrareds, basically when you send light in the near-infrareds, the grass will tend to reflect more light if it's healthy, while the same will happen on the red light if it's unhealthy or stressed. And that's something we calculate with the box, obviously. Finally, the quality score. This is like either from 1 to 10 or 1 to 9, depending on what scale you use. But this one is based on an AI. We spend a lot of time collecting data with experts, agronomists, that scored plots of grass. And I've been trained before that, obviously, like to know how to score. We've took that as an input, thousands of pictures, and we've trained an AI that can do the same job immediately from a picture in a few seconds. That's what you get in the Lightbox as well. It's an internal model we've developed, and we think this is a simple way to provide you with a matrix that can be shared and can be used like widely by the industry to compare the quality of the grass. Obviously, the scores will vary depending on the type of surface you are in, like football, golf greens won't give you like exactly the same score, and the scale might like differ a bit. Also, depending on the season, if you're like winter time, it's obvious that the score will drop a bit, but that's normal and acceptable. But that's something you can track. Yeah, everything, all those metrics plus like the context is like sent into like our AI, as I was saying before, system. You can generate a QR code from the device, scan it, start chatting on WhatsApp, and it will give you like different feedback. Again, using those same two pictures that we used before, both coming from football pitches. You can see kind of completely different analysis. Obviously, we're talking about football. Grass height is similar, but one has a disease, the other not. One is more stressed as a result than the other. The AI will give you some indication on what type of disease this could be. Obviously, this is the first indication that you need to confirm, either by like taking different type of measurements or like starting to look widely in the community. The overall turf quality score will be completely different as well, even though both surfaces were like high quality surfaces in stadiums around the country. Yeah, something else I didn't mention is that I think those two pictures were taken like 2 weeks apart, like in 2 different places, so kind of similar time of the year. One is scored 8, while 8 out of 9, I think in that case, while the other one is scored 5 and needs much more maintenance to address those issues. The AI will also tell you like some potential reasons why the stress is present. Could be mechanical damage because there were too many games on the surface, or drought stress, or like disease stress. That provides you with, I think, the tools to take better decisions, targeted decisions. You can take measurements on different parts of the field and identify that maybe one side of the pitch is more stressed, or one corner because of the shade of the stadium or any other reasons. This is the evidence to take your decisions and back them, and I think that fits quite nicely with the standard routines of taking measurements with, for instance, a clay hammer, a moisture meter, and you can just add another device simply. Some case studies that we've run just to give you a bit more information. So one of them, while we were in the process to develop the technology, the Lightbox technology was made with a football club. We've been able to track over a period of a bit over a month, I think, 24 positions on a pitch on every other day. And by using those data, the team has been able to work on addressing some of the issues or stress and improving overall the quality of the pitch, NDVI value, coverage, and reducing quite significantly the stress on the pitch as well. I think that was a reduction of 94% of stress, and an increase of the NDVI overall of 12%. So that enabled them to get an optimal playability and to plan ahead for their next actions on maintenance practices. Another case study that might be less relevant today, but I just wanted to share it with you, that's something we did with the Lightbox technology, but also with our robot more generally, by collecting also like moisture, infill, depth on an artificial surface, just to say that we don't always work only on natural grass, we also work on artificial. This is something we do with a company in North America, and they use the device to track consistency over time and make sure that their fields are well maintained so that they can offer extended warranty. So that's a win-win for the end users because they can keep the surface for longer, and that's a win for the company building the pitches because their brand and their recognition is improving as well by providing the support. Another example, that's a work we've done, I think I mentioned slightly before, with a crop protection company. They use some of our technology to use on their research facilities to validate some of the products they develop. This is something, as I said, like backed by science, and they are trying like to be really strict with that. So that's why they use some of our devices to get repeatable measurements over time. The last one is a bit different as well. That's something we do for the horse racing industry. We've been doing this project with SCRI and 10 race courses across the UK. We've been collecting on huge areas of fields with our robotic solution. The whole suite of sensors and parameters, and that has been used to build new industry standards that were released in 2025. That's something that was quite heavy in terms of operation, but interesting project as well. How you can get started today? Usually we tend to say that the best way to start using our technology is starting with the Lightbox, just because it's portable, affordable, and ready to use immediately. Obviously, if you're interested in more metrics and more automation, we can talk about robotic integration as well and automation. That's something we are happy to discuss. We are happy to work on custom projects as well and collaborations for pilots and trials. But I think we can really start simply and scale as we go as well. Just one reminder, we are here to complement your work, not compete. So we provide the data, you're the ultimate decision makers. We work with like other people in the industry, other technologies. We have an open API. Our solutions are open, so you can integrate with others if you're already using others. That's completely fine. We're just here to provide the technology and the hardware for you to get reliable and repeatable data. Yeah, just one word to say, we are scaling globally at the minute, especially like Middle East, the US, momentum is building, and right now we have about 50 users in general of our different technologies, and hopefully this will increase over the next year or so. The team founders on the top right, quite engineering heavy, supported by like different backgrounds, in particular Adam Sedgwick. Unfortunately, he was supposed to do the presentation today. He could not make it due to health reasons, but obviously his expertise remains available to all our customers as well. Thank you. And I hope you liked it, this presentation. Any questions, just come to me or ask now, and I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.